Many people have an irrational fear of fire alarms, which leads people in California to pass restrictive gun laws, and these gun laws infringe on our Second Amendment. From a very young age, my dad introduced my brother and I to firearms, and as early as I can remember, it's something I was very passionate about. As someone who was raised right, I'm a strong believer in our Second Amendment and the right to defend myself and my family. I grew up with a stepfather who was a Los Angeles deputy sheriff and a grandfather who was a Los Angeles motor cop. These men have played a large role in my life and influenced my career choice of being a police officer. Firearms have and will continue to be a large part of my life, and it's something I'm very passionate about. This led me to purchasing my first gun 3 weeks ago. Ever since I turned 18, I wanted to buy my own gun. However, due to the strict gun laws in California, I was very limited on what I could purchase. So on November 5th, 2016, my dad, brother, and I went down to our local Turner's Outdoorsman in Corona, California. In response to Jerry Brown, the governor of California, who passed a law banning all military-style weapons starting January 2017. Unfortunately, the gun I wanted was getting banned, so I had to buy this before I couldn't. With this being said, we made the mistake of going there on a Saturday afternoon, which was probably the worst time to go. However, after we waited nearly an hour to get our number called on, the even longer and more painful process began. The first part of this process was to obtain your firearms safety certificate. This is one of the many gun laws in California. You get this by taking a safety test, which is very stressful. Since my dad, brother, and I were all purchasing firearms, we all had to take it, and since it was the first time myself and my brother were buying a gun, this was a new experience. Before I took the test, I was very nervous and really didn't want to take it that day, but it was something I really wanted, so I had to go through with it. This was a short test with only 30 questions. However, some of them were worded weird, and it's easy to second guess yourself, so it made it pretty difficult. It was really important for me to pass because if I didn't, I would have to wait a few weeks to retake it, and I might miss the deadline of December 21st. However, I only missed one, and I was able to continue on with the purchase of this rifle. The next step of this process is the background check. According to the Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence, it states, requires all gun sales to be processed through a licensed dealer requiring a background check. This is one of the most important parts of the process because this will determine if you can buy the gun or not. The process I went through consisted of running your name and license number through a system with the Department of Justice that checks your mental and criminal history. I had a very clean past, so this wasn't a problem at all. The background check is one of the only parts of gun control laws that I agree with that should be allowed. It is very important to run background checks on buyers to make sure they're safe and able to own a firearm. This step should theoretically take out the fear of firearms, since they're legally able to own a firearm and have passed a safety test. There are many gun laws that go along with these, however, most of them limit the type of gun you can purchase and the specific features you can have on those guns. I've definitely seen the effects these gun laws have on gun stores. Before I get into the next part, I just wanted to let you guys know the gun is unloaded, no mag, and there's not one in the chamber. This is the gun I bought. This is an AR-15, which people can consider them assault rifles, which based on the California definition they are. Some of the laws that are in place currently are bullet buttons. You have to have a bullet to release the mag, and the 10-round magazines are the highest capacity you can get. And you have to be 18 years older to purchase. Some of the new laws with the military assault rifle ban include collapsing stocks, pistol grips, detachable mags, flash hiders, and forward-facing pistol grips, forward-facing grips, which I do not have. The next part of the process of buying a gun is filling out the drops paperwork or the dealer's record of sale. This is mainly used for the government to see how many guns are being purchased within a year or so. This makes you fill out a lot of information about yourself, such as name, address, license number, ethnicity, and everything. Even this first time filling out this type of paperwork, I was surprised how long this process took and how much information was required. Once you pay for the gun, you actually don't get to bring it home. There's a 10-day waiting period, which goes along with the California gun laws, before you can take it home. After 10 brutally long days, I was looking forward to finally going to pick up my rifle. However, I didn't pay attention to what time Turner's closed, and I actually got there too late, and they closed while I was waiting in the line. After I waited a few more days, I went back and I was able to finish the process. When I got there, I gave them all my paperwork along with the receipts. They went over all the paperwork. I had to fill out additional information of the dealer's record of sale, and we had to go over and verify the serial numbers of the rifles. And he demonstrated the basic safety procedures, which I already knew from past experience. After I was finally able to leave with my gun, my dad, brother, and I went down to a local shooting range and spent the rest of the day setting lead down range. This experience was pretty awesome because I was able to purchase my very own gun, and that's not something most people do, well, at least at my age. I think people have an unrealistic fear of firearms, and given the laws and procedures that are in place, I think people should be able to overcome them. California has too many gun laws, and that infringes on our Second Amendment. However, with our new president, not Hillary, who is pro-Second Amendment, hopefully he will be able to change some of the gun laws that are in effect. Thank you.